Recently, we got a chance to meet with the Boy Scouts to find out what scouting's all about. Now, Chris, you and I were talking off camera about some of the levels of Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Now, when I was a kid, there were Cub Scouts, Webelos, and Boy Scouts, and that was about it. But it seems like things have expanded.
Yeah, I mean, within the mother program that is the Boy Scouts of America, most people are familiar with the Cub Scouts being the younger boys, 6 to 10, and Boy Scouts ages 11 to 18. But within that, we also have Venturing Crews, which is a co-ed program for boys and girls 14 to 21. And then the programs just keep going on. With the Ohio River and having the resources, I'd love to see a Sea Scout program, which is boating and things like that. We have career-based programs called Exploring Posts. So it's a great opportunity for employers to give future employees a hands-on experience and also build up a workforce. It's a great opportunity for these kids because they get experience before they even get into college. So you could do a medical post, a firefighting post, a police post. I mean, there's all kinds of opportunities with that. And then within that, we have extracurriculum activities for schools if they want to add something to their curriculum. We have a Learning for Life program. So there's a lot of programs within the Boy Scouts of America that are available and out there.
Well, I know when I was young, the Cub Scouts was a big deal, and then moving to Webelos was definitely a big deal, and moving on to Boy Scouts. But over the years, it kind of seems like it's lost some of its impact, I think, with video games and the internet and everything else. You guys are on kind of a charge to bring a lot of it back, correct?
Right. We look at doing an outdoor program. That's typically where people think of the Boy Scouts is out camping in the woods and building fires and cooking over those fires. But we do recognize that with video games and a lot of technology that there is a growing interest outside of the woods. So we're actually creating, we have a STEM-based program, STEM being science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, that we're promoting in our schools. We actually have a STEM merit badge workshop coming up here soon. It's a chance for kids to do things like architecture, like robotics, nuclear science, things like that, things that typically you wouldn't think of with the Boy Scouts, but it's an opportunity to certainly give kids introduction to the things that future careers are going to be looking at.
Now, tell me, I mean, like I say, I'm familiar with it. You're definitely familiar with it. A lot of the people who maybe aren't as familiar with the programs and that type of things for their kids, tell them a little bit about, like I say, the core values and what you're looking to create in the young individuals.
The main thing about scouting in general is we look at character development, we look at leadership, duty to your God and to your country, and all of that and certainly leadership, and all of that within a fun atmosphere where the kids are learning all this stuff, but they're not really learning because they're having so much fun. So it basically our slogan, our motto is to be prepared. Within the Boy Scouts, we believe in preparing the kids for life. So we have a lot of our way our programs are structured is to give kids enough experience in all genres of things to make them successful as they move on.
Now, some of the big events that you guys do each year, I mean, and they used to have the Pine Box or the Pinewood Derby. That was it, and we used to sell popcorn and those kind of things.
Yeah.
Are those things still in existence?
Yeah, the Pinewood Derbies. Every unit does a Pinewood Derby. Typically in the spring, it's a great opportunity. It's part of Cub Scouting is a family-based program, so it's a good opportunity for the parents to sit down with their kid to make a race car. The kids love making race cars. They can make it look like whatever they want it to look like. One kid makes it look like a Mustang, another a Camaro, one kid makes it look like SpongeBob. So they can do whatever they want to do. But I mean, I certainly remember making a Pinewood Derby car with my dad when I was a kid, and it's memories those kids are going to take with them. So yeah, we have the Pinewood Derby as a fundraiser for the activities that we do. A lot of people think scouting is really expensive to do. A lot of people are surprised when they find out it's $15 a year to be involved in scouting, so it's $1.25 a month. And the cost of like campouts and things are usually about $10, $15. Summer camps get a little bit more expensive, but we do things like fundraisers, like selling popcorn, to help offset those costs. And we have financial aid available for scouts too, for families who can't afford it.
Well, I know a lot of people buy popcorn around here,
Absolutely.
and I think Tanner Hatcher was one of the top salesmen in the country a few years ago.
Yeah, about $60,000 I think he sold in popcorn. Yeah.
Now tell me about how many kids are involved in scouting at all levels or at individual levels across the county.
With the way we structure the Boy Scouts here in our area, we do it by a district. So our district includes Greenup County, Kentucky, Scioto County, half of Lawrence County, and then all of Adams County. So we have about 1,000 kids right now. By the end of the year, we'll be around 1,500, and we're looking at growing that number. And that is Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, as well as Ventures, and looking at starting some more units too, like those other programs, like career-based programs like Exploring Posts and stuff like that to help support, to get more kids involved.
Now, what would you say to anybody out there who is maybe maybe has no idea what scouting is, or maybe is on the fence about looking for new things to try, what would you tell them to encourage them to try it?
I always tell parents, if you're looking for something to do with your child, if you're looking for the opportunity to go out and go camping or have time with them, scouting offers you an excellent opportunity. It also helps foster growth in them, where they're going to learn a lot and have fun doing it. It's also an excellent opportunity just in general for kids to get the experience. I talk to a lot of football players, and a lot of their parents want to get their kids involved in football and baseball and stuff like that. But when you talk to a lot of football coaches, the one thing they say they want is they want good, strong leaders on the field. I know many, actually there's a statistic, 18% of all high school football captains are Eagle Scouts. Wow. So there's certainly benefits of being involved in scouting and sports, and I always tell people scouting is all year long. So your son can play football now and still become an Eagle Scout when he's 18. So.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you for taking the time to meet with us, and thank you for all the Boy Scouts have done for our leadership across the country and just being general good citizens.
Thank you.